Hello and welcome to game number 3 in this best of 5 series between the players TSLPolt and eSaharaNaama. Now in this series, Polt, spoiler alert by the way, Polt is up 2, and that means that Naama is down 2. It is 2-0 in favor of Polt. I am your host, ProNewbieForce5, and I'll give you the rundown of the game. Try my best to get some analytics in there, but for the most part, I'm just going to help you enjoy the game. Now, Naama is here, sending out his SCV, going to build that supply depot. Both players building the supply depot at almost the exact same time. Even, maybe not, yeah, maybe even just exactly the same time. I don't know. That would have been pretty awesome, but that is still to be debated here. We saw an interesting build last time from Naama. He went all in twice. You don't know how you can go all in twice. No, that is the specialty of Terran. Bring all your SCVs off the line and bring down a mule. Get that extra income. It is so interesting that mechanic has allowed people to do all-ins in Terran more likely than in Zerg or Protoss. In fact, I don't think I've seen any all-in for Protoss. Honestly, I've seen some all-ins for Zergs, but Protoss, do they have any all-in strategies? No, they're just cheeses. That's the not the 4-gate, the Forge, the cannon rushing, yes, the favorite. But here in this game, Polt is going to send out this SCV to check out the land on the map Ohana. If anyone is other else something or other, Polt has finished construction on his orbital command, and he has consistently built it sooner than Naama. Naama now building a tech lab, and if he can destroy this SCV before it gets up there, no, the SCV does scout it, and now he might have to cancel it. He does not have any ability for secret tech. No, he will get the Marauders out, most likely, or a Reaper. Reaper Expand is a popular build. It's fairly safe, and there it is. But I've not seen it very often. Polt is in a lot of trouble. Oh, what happened to the music? Oh, there it is. Awesome music, known as Terran music, is back. Now, the refineries are almost complete here from Polt. Double expanding, or double refining for more gas, more power, more tech, more everything. On this map, I do not expect him to go any sort of double engineering bay greedy build, but it is possible. Naama himself is going for an expansion, both built on the low ground, which definitely, well, at the expansion, it is relatively safe on this map because you do have 2 ramps. And against Zerg, you will often see that there will be a bunker back here instead of at the front door, because that prevents surrounds and whatnot, and it does relatively protect the command center. You do have to unload from time to time. Oh, and here is this Reaper. It has 1 kill. Might even get a free mule kill. Yes, it does get a free mule kill. Polt losing that 50 energy for nothing definitely cost him quite a bit, and that Reaper was, no, a little push here from Polt, destroying this. Now the command center is getting hacked away at. What is there to stop this? Oh, and he even builds this in a wrong location. This is looking bad for Naama. Polt could finish it here. Some SCVs pulled off the line. Gonna get microed away from here. This SCV did kill a Marine, and this mule is going to die as well. No doubt, now that the tank is out, the Marines are going to run away like little girls in big uniforms that know when they need to run away. Now, Nama should not pursue this just because there's no way that they're going to catch up to each other. The tech for Nama is reaching Cloak, but does he have a Banshee out? He already has a Banshee out, but the same thing can be said for Polt. Polt going for a 1-2-1 or a 2-1-2-1-1. I'll try to give you the 4-1-1, but that's not likely to happen. Now the Marines are taking the watchtowers, so if the Banshee does run by the site, no, they will not, or it will not. Will Nama throw down turrets? He doesn't have no, he does have an engineering bay on the way. Where is it? It's right here. And I can assume that right as soon as this is done, he's going to throw down a couple turrets. That would be the best thing to do. The same thing for Polt, but Polt fends this off before Cloak is finished. And he does have turrets of his own on the way. No, he's just now starting an engineering bay in the back of the base. Not a good idea here from Polt. He's actually late on the draw, but no turrets are finished here. He builds the engineering bay, but no turret. Where does he build the turret? He doesn't build a turret anywhere. Is there a turret anywhere? He builds 2 turrets out here. No, he was supposed to defend them in the mineral line, and now this Banshee is racking up 8 kills, maybe even 9 kills, 10 kills. Will he get another worker kill? He might get 2 worker kills, 2 more worker kills. What's wrong here? And now another kill. And this Banshee is a captain all of a sudden, 15 kills. And you're all of a sudden a war hero. Now this Banshee is gonna die. A war hero, get the purple heart. And now another Banshee knocking on the front door. No micro at all, but no anti-air from Nama. This is just looking extremely bad. The SCV is transferring away. Even more worker kills. Where is the turret? There's a turret right there. And Polt. Oh, Polt getting trapped. These missile turrets actually paying for themselves. At least this one. This one over here is all by itself. The missile turret guy in there is like, hey, can you let me get a kill? Can you just extend the range for me? They say no. We have to keep balance in this fight. Oh, it is a real bummer here. Nama has kept control of the watchtowers, but Polt is back up over here, and he is securing his victory. He doesn't have double engineering bay. He's just researching one at a time, while his opponent goes for more mech. This is going to be another mech game, and if we see a repeat of game number 1, I will be so awestruck, because that would be kind of awesome. Now this Banshee forcing a stem on those units, fairly good idea to back out of there, but he might get intercepted. Now the push from Polt is going to leave all of these units vulnerable. These 2 Marines, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran away. Nope, this Marine wants to be a war hero too, doesn't get that title. Instead, he dies trying to be a war hero. Polt is up 10 supply here. This is going to be quite interesting. The positioning on these tanks is not the best. I would think that a tank up here would be excellent. He doesn't want to get shuttled, and these are quite close to the wall, but this is pretty good. This tank might want to move back just a tad. No, these units don't want to get roasted or toasted either. Oh, one of the tanks does get focused down. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. and tanks to explosions, making this all the more intense. Now Nama is going for Infernal Pre-Igniter. That is to fight a pure Marine army. But there are Marauders in this mix. He's producing 3 Marauders at a time. And he's going Air Terran. Now Polt is doing this in response to the positioning. Now this is going to be the game of chess once again. Now Nama is in a bad position because Polt is here, and it might just be a base race. What is going on? Polt is pushing forward. Where are the reinforcements set to? Right here. And now Polt is in a good position. He could do a lot of damage here. The tank gets sniped even before it starts. All these trees burning. It's like Iwo Everything is on fire. And now Nama is pulling stuff off the line. But while that is happening, Polt is taking some damage in his own base. But is it enough damage here? Nama might just get eliminated. He's moving his orbital command to a position that can escape. But will he do the damage that he needs to? These tanks aren't doing any damage at all. They need to move forward, but they aren't. There they are. The SCVs pulled off the line, doing quite a bit of damage. The Marauders in the back doing so much damage. But what is left here? One siege tank needs to destroy the tech labs. If he can destroy the tech labs, then he should be fine. But no, the tech labs do remain, and this Marauder could kill this. No, another Marauder does, and these tanks are moving forward. But in this base, units are attacking, and this is just an interesting base race between the two. If he could land this orbital command center and get some extra money, that would be awesome. But no, he doesn't have any money. While TSLPolt is still mining, he still has money in the bank. More SCVs here, taking out another unit. No more Marauders are on the field, but there is one more deal here. Now, wow, this is going to be an interesting game here. Polt is barely alive over in this direction. This Marine changing his animation. This tank gonna shell away at that Marine. And now Nama is in a lot of trouble. Both of the factories die. There is one still remaining here. Polt does not have siege mode. He is not researching siege mode. And now it is going to be base versus base here. What is going on? A drop might just intersect here. Yes, he figures his game sense is tingling. He's gonna attack this base. He's gonna drop him off right here, and that's shut down. Now this tank is pushing forward. This command center landing just for the gas, I guess, to produce something. No, he has to retreat everything. And this command center might just die. What is going on in this game? TSLPolt has 3 command centers still, and this orbital command center might just die. It is on fire. It will not last long. Now these medevacs are going to follow this orbital command center, and Sahara needs to stop this before it gets any later. It needs to prevent the mining of minerals. TSLPolt has so many minerals right now in comparison. No, he just spent them all. He is constructing Marines. He is going everywhere. He's going all at it. And this is stuff that you'd see in StarCraft 1 days. You'd have epic base races all the time because buildings could not be found. But now this orbital command is likely going to land, drop a mule, heal itself to as much as he can. Now this base is looking like it is in trouble. Now the forces from eSaharaNaama are gonna return, but this base is landed once again, and it has energy enough for 2 mules, and he is producing lots of marauders. That Viking did not stand a chance. Here it is, repairing itself to maximum potential. Now this is where it gets interesting. If it hasn't been already interesting, this is where it gets even. This is where it actually gets interesting. Do the marauders die? Yes, they both die. And now these barracks will have to lift off once again. Spending lots of minerals. This SCV, oh, he just signed his own death warrant. He walked by without retreating. No surrender, no retreat. Now, if these Hellions can freely work on these supply depots the entire game, then his opponent will get supply blocked. And that is something that he needs, although there are 3 command centers here. The barracks are around. And this has just been an interesting game, to say the least. The Marines are now here, back in the saddle again. These units dealing as much damage. This is interesting. Can I just speed it up? Do you guys want me to speed up stuff like this? No. They need to get out of there. That is what they do. This Raven is full on energy. If he just drops something somewhere, trump card right here. Polt has a Banshee, and he's building another Banshee. 2 Banshees, and this is going to be lights out for Naama. He's gonna lose the game. This is huge. If this does not get spotted before 2 Banshees are done, he is out of this. Oh, both of those units simultaneously combusting. This pure mech build is not what he needs. Now these units are getting roasted and toasted, getting some more minerals in, but no, he backs up out of there once again, not allowing any sort of shenanigans. But now the Banshees have been revealed. They are moving out, and even a Raven beyond that. This is gonna look pretty bleak here. There is no anti-air yet. One Viking is constructing, and now the Banshee has wasted all its money, all of its resources on that, and this could be it. A missile turret in a bad place. This starport's gonna get focused down here. He needs to repair this. He needs to get that Viking out. But no, it's not out yet. And yes, it is. It does finish now. Able to get out of there. This Banshee moving around, taking care of business. What is going on in this game? It is anybody's match here. This Banshee gonna freely poke around at all of this. As long as this auto turret is still around, the Banshees are still here. If he spots this, then he could save the day. He needs to spot this though. And no, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it still. This is huge. If he could take this out, then he would still be in the game. He can only produce 1 Viking at a time. This is one of the most interesting games I've seen in a while anyway. This is why Terran versus Terran is so hard, because they just lift up and move around everywhere. There's not much that can be done. They're gonna land on the high ground, build a Marine or 2, and then die. No, instead they're just gonna land. This is quite interesting here. Man, what is the income here? The income is relatively similar, but no, some more units died, and Naama has a higher income currently. That is because he has such a fresh base right here, but Polt has had this one for a while. He has this one now. He has his home base again. It is not mined out, while Naama's is. This turret is now in the way. Destructive, lots of damage here. But now the orbital command is finally going to die. But here lies the end. Here lies the end for this force. There are a lot of Marines here. And now he needs to kill all those Marines now that they're dead. What is going to happen? There's not much that can be said and done. The Raven is going to die, no doubt about it. He's dead. And now the anti-air for Naama is minimal. He is constructing another Viking, but it could be too late. Back to the production tab, we do see more turrets under construction. Now I think Polt is able to freely, well, I was going to say freely build stuff, but no, now he can land and deal with this. Who's going to GG is the question. There's so much checkmating and stalemating here. Both players are relatively even in supply, and this is just wacko. This is bonkers game. What is going on? Let's just take a look at the few things that happen here. This SCV decides it wants to be different. It takes the long path. It takes this path. He says taking the main path is so mainstream. Oh, and that joke is so mainstream too. Anyway, here are the Banshees. Here's the Air Terran that Polt is able to deal damage with. What is gonna happen? There are 3 Vikings here to deal with the problem. He needs to stay back at base, deal with the Banshees, deal with the Vikings. No, the engineering bay is going to drop. This is huge. 3 volleys, one volley, and they all die. What is going on? Double starport here. The engineering bay is getting repaired. If he can deal with the Banshees, then he can deal with the Vikings. Most likely, he will set this back ever so slightly, but more Vikings are on the way. He needs a barracks. If he had a couple Marines, no, actually wouldn't matter because the Banshees kill Marines just in an instant. What is going on? Even some Marauders here. This is just, there are just too many resources here from Polt. He is freely mining from everywhere. These depots are allowing him to freely remain everywhere. Now if he lifts it off, it'll take more DPS than if it was landed. Now he has to move it out of there, but it's dead. There's no way it's surviving. If he can get the Raven though, that would be huge. There goes one factory. He can no longer produce any starports. He should build a barracks or something. He needs to build something. He has to build a barracks now. That's the only thing he can build. He sees that there are Marauders on the field. What is going to happen? Is he going to GG right here, right now? He thinks he can hold on. He's hoping to hold on. And he does get a few units here. What's going to happen? The Marauders are moving in. There are only Hellions here. What will happen? Now the ground forces are overwhelming. That air superiority has led to ground superiority. There's nothing he can do here. He didn't destroy the medevacs. He's lost this game. There's no way he's going to survive this. This is lights out. I'm sorry, Naama, but it just happened. The Banshee is on the field now. What can he do? Destroy everything that he can. No, now the last turret has fallen. What is he going to do? Now all the units are firing at each other. They're trying to kill everything. And this Banshee is going to die. He ran out of energy. And this Hellion running to his death. A barracks is complete, but there's nothing he can do here. This starport has gone If he destroyed this starport, he would have been fine. Now Polt is reconstructing all of his barracks, and this guy is a 1-2 punch. A 1-2 punch. Nama is himself constructing many barracks, but there are too many units, and he didn't scout this. If he had scouted that, he probably would have been fine. Now Marines are on the way for Polt. Polt realizes that that is the best option he has. This one last siege tank wants to hold the line. He wants to do his nation a favor. But if he did, he'd try to save his life and continue on. Now the Vikings are moving out. This is such a long game. Oh my goodness. No break from talking whatsoever. Now there are Vikings out over here. What are they going to do? Nothing, because the missile turret just hit this unit on the ground. Now there is no escape for them. Where are the units? No, they're over here trying to deal damage to Nama. While Polt is doing some damage here, but the reinforcements could do something here. A full wall off from those. The SCVs die, and now he moves back and retreats. Why doesn't he just try to kill the command center? Oh, because of that Banshee right there. The Banshee now has to play defensive duty. He's moving back out while Nama is losing all of his units. He doesn't have concussive shells. He's just now researching. He's just now researching Stempak, and Stempak is going to lose. He's gonna lose it. It's gone. There's nothing more he can do. This medevac has changed the tide of battle. There's nothing he can do. This barracks is dead. He needs to construct units, but there's nothing he can do. What's going on here? Oh, Nama has lost this base too. He's just seconds away from GGing. I can tell what's going on. The tank is not in the greatest position ever. They're repairing this tech lab, but it's not even building anything. Now he's going to land these units, lift off again, and now this Banshee is free to roam. What is he going to do? Oh, a scan goes off over here. Why did he scan over here? Oh, that could be the single worst misclick in the entire game that I have ever seen. Now the reinforcements from Nama are going to die at this is lights. How many times do I have to say this is lights out? This is game over. This is happy face. Longest game ever. I will see you guys next time. This has been ProNeVForce 5. I'm exhausted.